James, an American child, stands apart from his peers. His parents, Bruce and Andre, noticed from his second year of life that his behavior was unusual and disturbed. After years of questioning and research, they concluded that James had taken on the spirit of a deceased person, specifically the spirit of a fighter plane pilot from World War II. "Plane is burning! Plane is burning!" cried young James, awakening his parents. Once again, they initially believed it to be a normal occurrence, akin to a frightening dream that befalls children at his age, likely due to the family's visit to the World War II museum, with James in tow. However, as James's speech improved, his dreams carried troubling words. "The plane is burning, the plane crashed." Complexities grew for James, leading him to confine himself within his room. Despite the tranquil life led by the members of the Leninger family in the serene town of Lafayette, located in the southern part of the state of Louisiana, they struggled to find a rational explanation for their child's outbursts, his disturbed and aggressive behavior during sleep. They couldn't comprehend his sudden interest in airplanes either, and this situation persisted for months. The doctors attending to James's case were amazed due to his young age. They advised his parents to be by his side and speak to him gently to reassure and calm him, owing to the disturbing images he saw in his dreams. The doctors believed that James's condition stemmed from his exposure to what he had seen at the World War II Aircraft Museum. Contrary to these sleep-related behavioral disturbances and emotional reactions, James's mother, Andre, tells the French magazine Psychology that James leads a happy and balanced childhood. She noticed peculiar sensibilities and behaviors in her son. She recalls a day when, near a toy store, he noticed a plane with a bomb and enthusiastically corrected her, saying, "This isn't a bomb, it's an auxiliary tank." On another occasion at an airport, James inspected a plane in a professional manner, much like an aircraft pilot. James's issue took an even stranger turn when one night he experienced a severe episode while asleep, with his parents beside him as per the doctor's advice. His mother began to ask him, "Who is the little man who can't get out?" To which James replied, shouting, "Me," she continued. "What happened to your plane?" He answered, "It crashed and it caught fire." She inquired, "Why did it crash?" He responded, "It was attacked." At this point, his father Bruce intervened, asking, "All right, and who attacked you?" Taking a deep breath, the child answered, "The Japanese," accurately describing the Japanese Nippon fighter planes used in World War II. When the question arose, what is happening to James? His grandmother was the first to discover his condition, suggesting, perhaps he is experiencing a case of reincarnation. However, Andre paid little attention to this idea, as she believed her family to be religious and saw no room for such notions within her family. She added, "There must be a logical explanation for the issue." When Bruce, James's father, asked his son about the type of plane he was flying, the child responded spontaneously, "It's a fighter plane of the Corsia model, taking off from the aircraft carrier Natoma." Bruce, deeply engrossed in the matter, began researching this plane and discovered that it was an old model used in World War II. After the war ended, the plane ceased to exist, just like the old warship Natoma. Bruce delved into his research, attending gatherings of World War II veterans, and was astonished to find that his son's statements were accurate. Every detail James spoke of was true. Even the pseudonyms he mentioned were from the same period. He could also provide intricate details about the aircraft's construction and technology. Bruce asked his son, "Do you know your fighter buddy?" The child answered the question, "Jack Larson." On the same day, James drew a fiery plane and signed the paper beneath it as James 3. Although James's father rejected the idea of his son embodying a deceased individual, he inquired among the war veterans about the reality of a fighter pilot named Jack Larson. The details spoken by the war veterans matched James's account, and in this moment, his father collapsed upon hearing what he had feared. Upon learning about the situation, Andre took matters into her hands, contacting a renowned child psychologist throughout the United States, Carol Bowman, the author of Children's Past Lives. After reviewing James's case, the psychologist stated that his case was not unique and added, "Reincarnation occurs in cases where a person's death was extremely violent. The soul takes an unusual course, inhabiting the body of another person's soul." The psychologist advised the child's parents to provide him with security by engaging in more conversations about the fighter pilot who lives within him. By talking about his dreams as if they were his own experiences and past, gradually James would rid himself of crying during sleep and his disturbing dreams, which indeed happened later. After a period, Bruce discovered a list comprising 3 pilots who were killed on March 3, 1945. Among them was the name James Houston Jr., nicknamed James II. Therefore, he considered it logical for his son to carry the name James III, as evidenced by the drawing James made, signing it as James III. The story of the child James dominated the front pages of American newspapers, and one television channel prepared a special program about him. Among the program's guests was Anne Barron, the sister of the deceased pilot, whose plane James claimed to have flown. She tearfully commented on James's story, saying that he knows many things about her brother that even she was unaware of. Today, James has grown into a balanced, peaceful, and ordinary young man. He no longer dreams, and the memories of the person who once inhabited his body have ceased. All of this came to an end after James, accompanied by his family, visited the site where the plane of James Houston had crashed on the coast of Japan, bidding him farewell forever. Certainly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive all the latest updates from our videos.